Hey, so Chronic is back with another video. I'm gonna do an impressions style video this time on Legendary Deirdre. Alright. So, here we go. Nice art, nice sprite. So let's take a look. Now I've already went through all this, so I kind of have some thoughts already on it, but so Special Excel, that seems standard with like a lot of recent units. I feel like if you're a new unit and you don't have Special Excel, are you really a new unit? But yeah, Special Excel is always good. First impression on Deirdre was that she's here to tame the dragon meta. So I think she's gonna do that job really well. More specifically, I think her niche is going to be to deal with fire save dragon tanks like a Dune. Less commonly Halloween Myrrh. I've seen a fire save Duma. I've only seen it once, but it could happen. Geez, those are the only ones that come to mind. I mean, a Dune's really the prevalent threat out there, right? So if you're struggling in summoner duels or ether raids, and you're struggling with dealing with Ascended Adune specifically, I think getting yourself a copy of this Deirdre will help you out substantially. Yeah, so let's see what else So she's got the standard -6 attack res, the auto follow-up, those two effects are pretty standard in recent times. The thing that's really cool about her weapon, though, and I think this stipulation at the end of her weapon is what actually makes her pretty strong. Debuffing her opponent based on the difference between their res stats, that's gonna be pretty good. Like a max of -12, that's a lot of stats. So that, if nothing else, that she's gonna be a very strong nuke, and she is a strong nuke. Just looking at her kit, right? Circlet of Balance. Now, when I first read this, it made me a little bit worried. I was like, wow, okay, this unit's really, really good. But I skim a lot, so when I skimmed over this, I missed the fact that this only activates once per map. It makes her not as good as I first thought she was gonna be, but she's still, despite that, she's gonna be a strong nuke. This just balances her, which is good. It makes her more manageable as an opponent. Think about it. If she could spam Miracle Effect with this special attack, it's a 2 cooldown, 1 cooldown for her. Give her something like Time's Pulse. Goddamn. If you could spam this 40% res nuke, and then also have Miracle up active all the time, that's just too good. Just give her Mystic Boost in her Seal slot, and she would theoretically, on paper, never die. Not only that, but because she has attack res tempo, she would likely just one-tap you on the riposte, and then, you get healed, and it's a never-ending loop. That would be too strong. So, honestly, I was happy to see that it only activates once per map, because it makes her more manageable as an enemy. It doesn't make her bad, though. In the player hands, and even in the AI hands, if you put her on your defense, she's still going to be really good. Still Water, that's cool. The tempo is really good. And then the Menace. But yeah, like I said, you put Time's Pulse on her, or if you just run her with Asker, or someone with Infantry Pulse, she's, even Miracle Effect aside, throwing off icebergs left, right, and center, that's strong in and of itself. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all to be said about her. I mean, she's not amazing, but she's not bad. She's a really strong mage, and that's not a bad thing, right? But she doesn't do anything new. Like, you have Ascended Celica, who has the miracle gimmick, but she does it a little bit better. This Deirdre has like an absolute miracle, so as long as her HP is above 1, she doesn't die. And Celica, you can argue she does the miracle thing a little bit better, but she has to be above 25% HP. So it's a little more difficult for her to like loop it, but not impossible. Same thing with Seliph. Brave Seliph. He does that same thing with miracle. So, but yeah, I think if you need a good unit to help you deal with save dragons or just dragons in general, she's can't go wrong. She's very strong. And then, oops, actually maybe I'll let this play it a little bit. What? It's a pretty nice special animation. But yeah, taking a look at the rest of the banner.
To protect.
For the blue, you've got Deirdre, Myr, and Faye. Faye's whatever. I mean, if you didn't plus 10 her when she released, I don't think, or if you're a Faye fan, that's fine. But personally, if I get a Faye, I have a Faye copy. I think I sparked her when she first came out, or I got a copy of her when she came out anyway. I don't use her. She's still just however I got her. I built her, but I don't use her for anything. I'm gonna fodder her eventually. I just don't know who I'd want to fodder her to. But yeah, she's good fodder in my eyes. And you got Myr, who's really strong. I excuse me. Sorry, tongue-tied there. I was gonna say I like Myr. Sacred Stones is one of my favorite games, and Myr is a pretty strong legendary unit. I only have her at +1 though, so I don't know. It's not really worth summoning to try and get merges here. Well, it is and it isn't, but because I'm not really that interested in Deirdre. Overall, personally, I think I'm going to skip this banner just because while Deirdre's good, she doesn't solve any kind of a problem that I'm having. Like the problem that she's aiming to solve, I don't have, so I don't need her for that. And like, she doesn't, the miracle gimmick that she has, I'm like, I have Ascended Celica, I have Brave Seliph, so like, I have units to do that, so I don't really need her for that either. Let's see. So yeah, then colorless, you've got Corrin, who is not that great in this day. When Corrin first came out, she was nuts, but now it's like she's fallen off. Corrin needs a remix refine. She's not great, which sucks because I have a +10 Corrin. I like Corrin actually. I like her a lot, but she needs some help. She needs a little bit of tender loving care to really perform an arena. So yeah, aside from that, she's just distant counter, joint drive attack fodder. You have Ash, which is cool. Rhea, which is pretty cool. Green's got Gustavo Fring, who's let's face it, he's fodder too. Gustav he's a really strong cav unit too, but like I don't know, his fodder's so good, it's hard to keep him around. And then you've also got Triandra. I mean, dancers are good. And Thor's amazing. But again, like I have a +10 Thor, so somebody on green would be like, if I were to get a Thor, it would just be like flow guard fodder, and I don't even know what I would do with that. So, red, you avoid like the plague. Like, you've got Seliph, who was like, even when Seliph came out, he wasn't good. So it's like, rip right there. And then you have Hugh, who I don't even remember what he has. I think he has like, God, what does Hugh have? He has like, is he the guy who has speed defense ideal? Is that what he has? And then he has like, I think a ruse 4. Yeah, he's pretty whatever. And then Galzus is also fodder. So yeah, I guess red you summon on if you want the fodder, otherwise you not great. yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say. Personally, I would prefer to save up, and the banner I want to summon on is September's banner that has a male legendary Byleth, who is the one I really want to get merges on, and also legendary Xander, he would be like a consolation prize. I like Xander a lot, but Byleth is the one that I really want to merge up. But yeah, Xander I like a lot too, so he'd be a really cool consolation prize. Yeah, that's pretty much it. New hero banner will probably be in like a week and a half, something like that. So that's probably the next banner I'll summon on. This here is there's not enough here to entice me to summon even the spark. It's if I did spark, I would probably get a merge for Myr, but I don't know. I would have to talk myself into it. I don't know if it's worth it. But yeah, that's it. Appreciate you if you've watched up till now. Please subscribe if you wouldn't mind. That'd be cool. That's it. I guess we'll see you in the next video, which will probably be a new hero summon video.